Keep going, aggro. Keep going. We are going to have to ditch aggro before long because, again, there are only 5 Colossi that you can take aggro into the fight. Pelagia is not one of those 5. Oh, there's the shrine. I almost missed it. There are 25 shrines in this game. Oh, wait a minute. The lizard. Dead. These lizard tails, you can barely tell, but it just buffed my stamina very slightly. There are also fruit trees in the world, which is something I didn't know when I originally played the game. I should have been looking for them so that I could, like, get a fruit in this playthrough just to show that I know about it. But there are fruit in the world, and if you get the fruit, it does what the lizards do, except it does it for your HP stat. I've gotten a couple of fruit on my own time, mostly because I needed to get at least one for a trophy. Okay. Go up this way. Don't mind me. And then we gotta swim it from here. And this is, again, why Pelagia takes a little while. We've got to swim all the way to that platform over there. So, you know, it's just a little slow and tedious. But I mentioned earlier with Hydrus that there are 2 aquatic Colossi. Pelagia is the second aquatic one. So this is the only other aquatic Colossi. But unlike Hydrus, where most of the fight takes place like underwater or on the surface of water, this one is less so that. This is more of a fight of like on top of these platforms and then on top of the Colossus. It's still like water-based, but Hydrus just feels more like a water battle. Pelagia doesn't, to me. Other people might feel differently. Also, I don't know why Pelagia is an aquatic one, because he's some kind of weird goat. He doesn't even swim. He's actually, like, this Colossus is so big, he's standing on the bottom of the water. On the bottom of the lake here. So he's just straight up standing. Also, another fun fact, Pelagia is the only Colossus that does not have eyes. Instead of eyes, he has these tusks, which also do the same things eyes do, where they're blue and then turn yellow. Also, he shoots laser beams, which, you know, is neat. So there's a trick you can do, and it's how speedrunners beat Pelagia. You jump up onto his faceplate to get up onto his head immediately, because you can grab, like, the edge of his face. I'm not good enough to do that, so we're going to do it the intended way, which is just hug Pelagia's side, swim all the way around him, and then climb up his back. Climb, wander, climb. Calm down, Pelagia. Calm down. It's not that serious, brother. Austin David, welcome to the stream. Alright, so our goal here is we've got to get on Pelagia's head. One of the really cool things about Pelagia is his weak point is he's one of the few Colossi that, like, his weak point is just incredibly hidden. Also, he's one of the only Colossi that you can, like, control, because as you're going to see here, you hit these little, please press square. Oh dear, wait a minute, I'm having some difficulty. You press square to hit that. Oh, there's one right next to us, I didn't realize, my mistake. When you hit these, Pelagia has no choice but to move in the direction of the one you hit. So you can make him go to the left and the right. I didn't realize we were right next to one of these. Forward. And then you use Pelagia's head like this, trying to make sure that I get a good jump. And then you jump to right here. There's also another speedrunner tactic here where you can jump back onto his face to, like, get him to not shoot the lasers. But basically, when Pelagia fails to hit you with the laser beam, he's gonna jump on up here and reveal his rib cage, much like Phaedra's, which looks awesome. And then you've got to jump onto this one weak point. His only weak point, unless hard mode added another one I don't know about. And you got to bust this before he goes back underwater. And we might get it in one go. We got it in one go. He was actually going back underwater right there. So if I didn't get the kill there, he would have ducked back into the water. We would have had to have let go, because you can't attack underwater. And then he would have broken that platform. We would have had to have gotten onto his back again, led him to one of the other 2 platforms in the area, and then rinse and repeated the entire sequence. But thankfully, we got him. We got him in one go, so we don't have to deal with that. SCEI. That was a really good and quick Pelagia. I believe Pelagia is the 12th, right? So we're 3/4 done. I also think we get another big cutscene here. Because you get a big cutscene after 8, 12, and 16, I think. Oh, dude, my favorite is next. The 13th is my favorite one, and that's the next one up. And yeah, we do get some cutscenes here. Hello there, random people. How are you all doing? Oh, he looks important. Only a little more to go. Is that Pride Rock right there? That's Giant Spooky Castle. I think that's the temple we're in. Man, 12 Shadows. This place is starting to get a little crowded. No more of that. So I believe now we have the last Serpentine one, which is Phalanx, which is my favorite of all the Colossi. Thy next foe is the vast desert lands. A giant trail drifts through the sky. Thou art not alone. I believe this is the last Colossus that you can bring aggro into. And you kind of need aggro to be able to catch this Colossus, because you have to chase this one. This Colossus is really neat. It's my personal favorite. It's a favorite of a lot of people. It's like, this is possibly the most popular of all the Colossi, I'm pretty certain. Yeah. So a lot of people claim it as their favorite. And so do I, because I understand why they call it their favorite. I really, really love this Colossus. But there are a lot of neat things about it, which I'll talk about when we actually get to it and start fighting it. But its name is Phalanx. It's the last Serpentine one, but it's not a snake, really. You know, the first Serpentine one is an eel. The second Serpentine one, which is Dirge, is a snake. This one is not. Phalanx is basically some kind of a dragon, pretty much. He's like a wyvern, maybe? I don't know what you would call it. But he's just really awesome. You're gonna love him, chat. Am I going the right way? I gotta curve right a little bit here. Yeah, I want to go through right there, actually. Yeah. We want to go the bottom left, the most bottom left one right there. That's Barba. We want to go to where Barba was. I pointed it out earlier. Same, but I think overall Gaius is the most iconic. Yeah, Gaius is probably the most iconic. They use him in a lot of promotional stuff and all that. And he's also, he's one of the better ones. He's a really well-liked Colossus. I really like Gaius, too. There's definitely, I think saying Gaius is the most iconic of the Colossi is probably a fair statement to make. Overall. By the way, we have to go through this again. I think this is the last time we have to go through here, because I didn't go through here when we went to Dirge. I accidentally went off the path. We could have gone to Dirge by going through this little area, but dude, I hate this little forest. But this is like the fastest way to get to Barba and Phalanx. But yeah, there are a lot of really cool, unique things about this Colossus. And I will point out as many as I can think of once we actually see it and start fighting it. Because it should be right through this cave. We should be at the desert. Yep. Good old Spectrobe's Origins looking area. And then we just got to go right over to this little temple. Temple, shrine, I don't know what you would call this little bit of ruins here. Oh, here we go, boys. Here we go, boys. We're going to get back on aggro for this fight, but I want to walk up off of aggro. You might actually have to get off of aggro to trigger the Colossus. I don't remember. There's Phalanx. Oh, I love him. So one of the really cool things about Phalanx is, he never attacks you. This is the only Colossus in the game who does not ever try and do you harm. Which means this is the worst kill, because literally of all the other Colossus, they're minding their business, and then you come into their house, and then they attack you, usually. Or when you attack them, they attack you. Phalanx doesn't do that. Phalanx never attacks you. He has no attacking ability whatsoever, or anything like that. He's just living his life. But what we gotta do here is, his wings aren't actually what make him fly. It's these little gas sacks that are keeping him in the air. So we've got to hit all three of them with an arrow, and you kind of have to lead the shot, which I'm really bad at, as you can tell. And I think we got the second and third one, so now we got to get the first one. Oh, dear. But we got to get him lower to the ground by taking out all of his elevation. Got it. All right, so now he's going to come down, and those four front wings are going to come to the ground, just like so. And then we can grab onto them and climb them. Phalanx, come here. You did nothing wrong, I'm sorry, but I must slaughter you. Oh, I almost missed. I almost missed. Oh, dang it, he knocked me into the sand. Dang it. I hate when that happens. That's happened to me more than once. It's partly my fault because I thought I missed, so I let go of R2, but if I had held R2 there, I probably would have been fine if I had held R2 and started jumping. It's fine. He stays down for a long while. It gives you time to do this. All right, that was way better. We want to climb up as much as we can before he starts flying again. Oh, we're getting back in the air, boys. I think. Gas sacks repairing yet? Still no? Phalanx is... Ah, here we go. Just hold on for a little while. Alright, Phalanx has 3 weak points normally. I don't know if hard mode added a 4th one or not. But they're all in these little guarded areas. That should have broken it. Just go. I'm going to try and beat Phalanx in one run. He's already going to barrel roll, I think, which is a bad sign for him to already be doing that. Yep, there's the barrel roll. It's very hard to get Phalanx in one run. Normally, you have to get up on top of him twice. But I'm going to, you know, try my darndest here. Here's number 2. Should be broken. Oh, dear. We're fine. We're fine. Phalanx, please. My camera. All right, not bad, not bad. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, another really cool fact about Phalanx is that he is the largest Colossus by far. Oh, we got it in one run. I normally have to do that twice. I have to get on top of his back twice, but I actually pulled it off. Phalanx is the biggest Colossus in terms of, like, overall size. He's, like, much bigger than the other biggest Colossus, which I think is the 16th one. Or no. I think Hydrus is the second biggest one, and then the 16th one is, like, the third biggest or something. Anyways, there you have it. That is my favorite one for sure. I love the combination of, like, he never actually attacks you. It's so awesome, just like with Avion, being way up in the sky, like having to shoot him down to climb up him and then flying on him in the sky. If we hadn't killed him as fast as we did, eventually those panels that were on his back next to his weak points would have closed on us to where we couldn't hurt him anymore, and he would have dived back underground, and we would have had to have waited for him to come back out of the ground to shoot him down again, but I managed to kill him super fast. He's the biggest Colossus. He never attacks you, which is really neat. He looks awesome. In general, he's one of the fights where you actually like need to use aggro to pull it off, which I think is super neat. Just a lot of really cool stuff. I really, really love Phalanx. Phalanx, however you say its name. I say its name differently every time. Also, he's basically a dragon, so, you know, it'd be that way. Three more to go. I think now it's Cenobia. Yeah, it has to be Cenobia. We only have 3 left. So we have to do the other tiny one. Thy next foe is... a guardian set loose. A closed-off city beyond the channel. So, it lusts for destruction. So you'll notice... he only says a guardian set loose twice. He says it for Colossia and for Cenobia, because they're both the small ones, I guess. But unlike Colossia, I actually like Cenobia. Cenobia is still probably, of all the Colossi, probably a little low tier, because, you know, I can't have all of the Colossi be high tier. Some Colossi have to be lower tier than others if you're doing a ranking system. But I like Cenobia. He's a cool fight. He's fun. I don't remember... the 15th Colossus is at the top right. The 16th is at the bottom. I think he's top left. Yeah, Cenobia is top left. That's where we're going next. Top left, boys. Is the right way? Yeah. We're good. Yeah! But Cenobia is neat. I actually really like the puzzle for beating him. And there is a speedrunner way to, like, skip the puzzle. But, again, it takes really precise and good jumps and movement, and I'm not good enough to do that, so we're just going to do it the normal way. But let's go beat up Cenobia. And then we've only got 2 more after that, and where can I see time? Under stats? This is my first time playing hard, so I played over 15 hours on normal. I have done 4 playthroughs. That makes sense. I also did a lot of looking around. I had to, like, there were 25 shrines in the game, and I had to get all 25 shrines to, like, get a trophy, so I did that in 1 playthrough. But, yeah, we're not even at 2 hours of in-game time, even though I've been streaming for, like, 2 hours and 40 minutes. But, we're gonna have no trouble getting that Speed Demon trophy. Chair Astronaut, welcome to stream. This is the remaster, yeah, the remake for the PS4. But yeah, it's going to take us... it takes a little bit to run to 14, 15, and 16. They take a little while to get to. These 3 and then Pelagia are like the longest runs. It doesn't take that long to get to Phalanx. Cenobia is my second favorite, mainly because it's a parkour puzzle. That's understandable. I do really like the parkour puzzle. Yeah. I feel like it gets a little samey at one point. Also, as I mentioned, I don't remember when I mentioned it, but I mentioned it when we were doing one of the... I think I mentioned it when we were fighting Phaedra way earlier. But Cenobia... Dude, I'm getting slightly lost on my pathing here. Cenobia is one of the Colossus that its AI gets confused for me sometimes, and so it gives me some trouble in doing what I need it to do, which is very strange. I'm gonna see, there's one specific thing, it doesn't always happen, but it's happened to me on like 2 of my 4 playthroughs. Cenobia will do one specific thing where I have to do something weird to get his AI to work, because otherwise his AI is broken. I'm gonna see if it'll happen in this playthrough or not, where he, basically Cenobia will get stuck, and Cenobia won't react to anything until I move to a different location, which is, it's really weird. So we'll see if it happens in this run or not, because I've had it happen twice, and I've had it not happen twice. But yeah, I can understand really enjoying Cenobia. like I said, the only Colossus that I actively don't like is Celosia. I like every single Colossus otherwise. They're all fun, pretty much, except Celosia. They've all got their benefits and whatnot. I just like a lot of the other Colossi more than Zenobia, pretty much. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum.